We want to shine the light on those who are, very talented.
Shine the light. Shine the light.
Because now we are in the time where you need to build an education, sport education.
We should be able to identify some of these talents and then we groom them.
That was a great one.
Yeah. It's been enjoyable.
This is amazing.
I hope that it would inspire many people.
That's what we try to do with the podcast.
Hello and welcome to In The Game, Qatar's first sports podcast. And today, like always, it's a very special guest today. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having me.
Yeah, dear me. You are the man about town right now. So can you introduce yourself and tell us who you are?
Thank you, Steve, for having me here. So my name is Aaron Fernandes. I'm a Qatar fan leader and a FIFA fan movement member. I'm born in Qatar and I was brought up here. I did my studies over here as well. And it's great to have the World Cup happening in this country. And I can't wait to welcome the world back to Qatar.
It's going to be pretty special, right? But with your how did your journey begin with all of this? Because you are being pictured with, come on, name some of the kind of superstars.
David Beckham, Cafu, the president himself, Gianni Infantino. So yes, it's been special.
And you're becoming a model, right?
That's so nice of you, Steve. But yeah, I just did one for Sports Corner, and it was amazing. It was an honor.
Oh dear me! And is Brazil your?
Basically, I've been supporting Brazil since childhood, but I support all nations. All nations have been special to me, and the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi from Portugal, Argentina, all of them. So there's no special nation that I support, but kudos to all teams that are coming here and wish them all the best.
Okay, so who's your favourite players? Is it? You've just said Ronaldo. What about Ronaldo, Messi? Who's the best out of those two?
I'll tell you my favorite player is the Brazilian Ronaldo. He is the original one that got me to love this game. So after him, it's always been here. There's Cristiano, Messi, but the Brazilian Ronaldo will always be my number one.
Ronaldo, that's the one that was a striker, right?
Exactly.
He put loads of people's hearts in the bin, right?
Absolutely.
With scoring those goals. He was just something else,
He was
right?
enjoying his game. He was just enjoying
I think the one that for me is with the England team is Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho, he was a brilliant player as well.
He tried crossing that ball and he scored the goal, right?
Absolutely.
But it was just a cross, right?
Yes. It was a great quarterfinal, 2002. I remember.
Oh dear! I'm hoping that we go all the way this year. But the England, I love England coming over here. I'm so excited about it. I'm so kind of passionate about the football. I just hope we go all the way to Lusail because that stadium is special.
Maybe this year it is coming home. Let's see.
Yeah, I said this today. I said, we're going all the way. And some guy looks up and said, yeah, you're always saying that, you England fans.
I asked this David Beckham as well, and he said it is coming home. So never know.
Dear me. We had this. We had John. Did you meet John?
John, the
trumpet player.
Yes. I've seen him, yes.
So we met John going back the other week and we did a podcast. A wonderful, wonderful guy. And he was telling us all about the David Beckham, that David Beckham free kick. Okay. Dear me. I've kept on watching it. And it brings back so many memories. Okay. A foul, a free kick on the edge of the box. You hear the commentator, now this would make something special. And then all of a sudden he steps up and he smacks it and swirls it right into the court. Oh, I'll never forget that.
I hope you know there's a Bollywood movie as well, Bend It Like Beckham. He's that popular with his free kicks, So I've been a fan of his free kicks and he's just a brilliant player.
What was it? This is your story and we'll get onto your story. But what was Beckham, what was he like when you met him?
I mean, the man just gets younger with age. He's very professional, he's very smart in his talks, and he's more importantly, he's very friendly. You will not notice it because he keeps himself very gentlemanly but he is actually a very friendly person, makes you feel comfortable around him, and he's great to talk to, really. You get a lot of insights from him. He loves the game, he loves how this country has been preparing for the World Cup, and it's absolutely a delight to watch him over here.
He's a really great ambassador, and at the end it said, "Give that man a knighthood." It's
Absolutely, absolutely.
When
I,
he scored.
I keep talking to my friends. Maybe if he was into the film industry, probably he would be the next James Bond as well.
Oh dear.
He's got that great a personality.
And the great thing about it is, and I remember going through Beckham's, and my wife is a specific, she's a real fan, right? And we're all a fan of Beckham.
Absolutely.
And we just followed him around. So we would always watch wherever he would go, we would follow, we would watch those games because we just wanted to see. He was just he would pick somebody out miles away and he would just pinpoint that pass right to them. Oh, I loved him.
David
He was
Beckham
brilliant.
is a special personality. I mean, you've seen footballers over the years, but Beckham has been a superstar off the field as well.
Yeah, I sometimes think that he's underrated with the way that he's. I do sometimes. It annoys me because they don't put them into their 11, right? But he could pick a ball right to a player. Look at the things that the assist that he done at Manchester United and Real Madrid.
Top class.
Oh, top class. Anyway, Mr. Beckham, we want you to come on this podcast, please. I know you're very busy, but we would love to have you on the podcast, really, honestly. Mr. Beckham, come on, please. I've heard that you're fabulous, you're brilliant to interview. Please come on. My wife would be impressed too.
Great.
So, I want to go back to and as an England fan, I only want to see one team winning this
Absolutely,
event.
I can
right?
understand it, yeah.
I can understand. But what about Messi? Would that be brilliant for him this year?
That's the only thing left for him, I guess. That's the only thing left for him to be called one of the greatest footballers ever. I think that is what separates him from Maradona in Argentina, that one World Cup trophy. And I think if he gets that, probably he's there. And it's not just him, because this whole World Cup we see, it could be the last World Cup of so many great players. Cristiano Ronaldo himself, another great icon, another great legend, We're going to have moments in this World Cup where one team is going to lose, and it's going to be heartbreak for the fans, for the player, and there are going to be various moments during this World Cup.
Oh, come on. Our England team, we've had it so many times now.
Yes,
we're kind of, but I just believe, I know that Gareth Southgate, he's taken some real pelters, right? He's kind of, everybody kind of is questioning whether he's the right man for the job. I'm just hoping and I'm praying and I'm sending all my energy to him because he did have that England team playing wonderfully. He was he was bringing the best out in all of those players.
Absolutely. For me, he is the absolute right man. And we don't have to speak about it. The stats speak for themselves,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
The 2018 World Cup reaching the semis, the last Euros, the Euro 2020, which was played in 2021, they reached the finals. If it was not for the final, they would have probably won it, right? So he's proven himself. His game tactics might be questionable, but at the end he gets the job done, and that's what should matter. I
think with the whole adrenaline flowing and the feeling and the movement here with everybody getting behind the World Cup, I think that this one is gonna be a special one.
It is.
It's gonna be a special one.
It is, and I keep thinking to myself at times, we get so involved in all the activities and the lead up and the build up and all the FIFA fan festival, fan activations, but we forget what the actual tournament could be like, one team winning, one team losing, end of an era, beginning of an era, we don't know. It's going to be a fantastic World Cup.
Who's going to be the one that's going to be a superstar? Because you always have one or two players that come out to be a superstar.
Exactly, like we've seen in the last World Cup, Mbappe. He just sprung up to the top, and we don't know this World Cup who it could be, but I'm excited to watch the Qatar team as well, because you have some rising stars there and great.
100%. We had one of the Qatari members of the football team, Mohamed Muntari. Oh my word, he was just an absolutely fantastic guest on that came on.
He's a great guy.
And I want them to do well. I really do want them to do well. I want the whole nation to get behind them because they're going to feel something special if they go through to the last 16.
It's going to be a special moment, and I can't wait for the crowd to play the 12th man in this race.
Yeah. I think it's going to be. I think everybody's a little bit kind of nervous right now. There's a lot of nervous energy. There's a lot of great work being done behind the scenes.
Absolutely, yes.
Unbelievable what they're doing and how they're getting ready for it. But there's a lot of nervous people here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's evident when we watch around, and it's quite natural because the World Cup's coming close. It comes once in 4 years. You want your team to win. If not, you have to wait for another 4 years. So it's quite natural to see them getting nervous.
So how long have you been in Qatar?
So I was born here, so you could say over 25 years.
Whoa.
So yeah.
So what was it? Okay, you were born 25 years ago. What was your, and share, what was it like here back then?
Yes, so back then Qatar has always been my home. But the main difference is that you could see the infrastructure, everything's developed over here now. Back then, if I used to go back to my home country and then I used to tell them that I'm coming to study here in Qatar, or rather Doha, they would ask me, Doha? Where is Doha? And I have to tell them, just near Dubai. And they're like, oh, okay, fine, there. But now that's not the case. Now the whole world knows what Qatar is, and it's there everywhere. The world is coming here for the World Cup, and I'm quite excited for this because it's been a great journey for me myself to be brought up here, study over here. My parents have been here for quite a while as well, over 40 years to be precise. So it's been a special journey for me and my family.
I tell you, it is special here. When I look back to 13 years ago, it was special then. But the way that they've improved things,
Absolutely.
and the infrastructure and the metros, and it's changing. It's changing constantly. And everybody thinks, oh, it's just for the World Cup, but it's not. It's for the 2030 vision, and it's going that way. You talk about education. Which university did you go to here?
I studied at MES Indian School in Qatar. So
Okay.
It was a known, it was quite an old school back then. I mean, one of the oldest schools in Qatar, and #1 Indian school, by the way. We used to have all board exams used to take place at our school. We used to have students from other schools coming to our school as well. So our school used to be #1, and I'm proud to be an alumni from that school.
The education side of things here, with all the universities that happen today. I was at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
These places are just
Brilliant. The
Unbelievable.
education city is tremendous.
unbelievable.
Even recently, we had the Street Child Tournament Football World Cup in Education City, and it was really nice just visiting different areas of Education City to see how the facilities over there are provided to the students. It's magnificent, really.
Yeah, and the universities there, the other ones, Carnegie Mellon.
Carnegie Mellon, exactly.
What a wonderful place!
Yes,
It's
I've
where
been there,
I
yes.
met my business partner 6 years ago. We were there, and he was taking part in the event.
Oh, great!
And I
great.
just met him by chance. I was only there because it was a free meal back then, because they wanted me to be a mentor. And I've said this before, and I was like, no, I'm not going. And they said, it's free meal. Okay, where do I go? Where is this place? And then you see the Education City and what they do and what they're doing for thousands and thousands of people,
Absolutely.
students. I went there today to be a mentor with Texas A&M, and it was mind blowing. And these students that were into engineering and chemicals and kind of electrical engineering, and they were loving these subjects. It was just brilliant to see, and they were all talking about what they're doing and what they're planning. What a fantastic place, Sheikha Moses. What she's done there is
Brilliant
unbelievable.
personality, absolutely. Been a big fan of her work, and glad to see her work flourish over here.
Yeah. So when did you find out that sports was something that you wanted to get into?
Sports is something I've been loving since childhood, so it came quite natural to me, and it's great to see that we have something called a FIFA fan movement that came up in the beginning of 2018 World Cup. I'm glad to be a part of that. I joined in 2021, and it's great to see they have a platform like this for football fans all over the world that gives them an opportunity to showcase this their fan involvement, fan engagement. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And then soon after that, I got to be a part of the Qatar Fan Leader program as well. So it's been incredible.
But how did it all begin? Was it something that you volunteered for, and then all of a sudden it just kept on building momentum?
As the years went by, we had different events happening in Qatar, different football events, leading to the World Cup bid back in 2009 itself. We had the Brazil, Argentina, exhibition match. Then we had the
I
Brazil.
remember that one.
Yes, yes. So I have been part to all of these, and even the different Real Madrid matches that take place here, exhibition matches, the FIFA Club World Cup that took place here as well. So I have been part of all of these events, and gradually I happened to see an ad for FIFA Fan Movement, and I was surprised. I was thinking, what is this? This looks like something that actually matches my interest. And then I'd applied for it, and then soon after that I got an invitation for an interview. So I had my interview. They were very warm with me, very friendly with me. Asked me a couple of questions of what I do here, what I did over here, what I'm going to do in future as a fan representative from Qatar. Asked me for my social media profile, pictures of my involvement, videos of my involvement, and that was done. And then I thought maybe that's it. I did my part. And then after a few days, I get an email telling me, welcome you to the FIFA Fan Movement. We're glad to welcome you with videos from, different managers. And I was stunned because this was something I've never seen, something like a fan movement community where I could be a part of, right? So this was something special. Before I could accept, I checked a few of the members over there who are present, and I contacted them privately just to see whether this is a scam or not, because this was something special. I didn't want to be disappointed. And nowadays, scams are common, right? Anyone could be scammed, and I didn't want to be one of those. So I reached out to those members, and then they told me what it is about, and that it's absolutely fine. There's nothing about it that is scammable or something.
And that's where your journey began.
Absolutely, that's where the great journey began, and it's been a special one. From there on, I became a Qatar fan leader of the Supreme Committee, just like you.
Yeah.
Just like you. So it's been a special ride. Got to be a part of various FIFA events over here, for the final draw event, the official poster unveiling at the Hamad International Airport, the David Beckham meet and greet.
Unbelievable. Honestly, and you're out there. You're out there on so many different things. And it's like, yeah, Aaron, I know. Aaron's my friend. It's like, yeah, I know him. Don't worry, I know him. Now, there's something else I want to talk to you about. Something else, okay? You're not a football. It's football, sports. It's not your first one, football, right?
No, I've been involved in many sports, football, cricket. I follow a lot of sports as well, like tennis. But probably the number one sports, I know that you can call it sports or not, entertainment, but it's pro wrestling as well, professional wrestling. Those of you who know me well know my craze for professional wrestling, and that's also a special one.
It's a special one for me, especially here. I've been to, back in the UK to start with, I went to many WWE.
Absolutely.
Many of them. I think, unfortunately, he passed away. But what's his name? The Mexican,
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero,
a true legend. A true legend of the game.
Yeah. I watched him. John Cena.
John Cena. Another legend.
Oh dear me, that was and it was with the kids. It was their upbringing as well. It was, we always used to watch it. But now you've got this Ali
Al-Marafi, yes.
Oh my word, this guy is just driven, right? He is just driven when it comes to wrestling. And he's done a fantastic job here. Did you go to the one
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, Lucille.
The one in Lucille in 2020, yes. And even now when they have their grassroots wrestling happening here at Al Gharafa, it's been brilliant. They have local wrestlers perform, and they build them up, provide them with storylines.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
He really is such a unassuming guy. I'm so glad that he's got better, because I know that he had a tough time with an illness, but I'm so glad to see that he's back. And boy, is he back! And that whole thing that he's going to create for generations when it comes to wrestling.
Absolutely.
And it was great entertainment.
Absolutely, yes. He's doing a great job, and at times he does it even when he has these local events that happen over here. He does it with free entry, so it's a nice touch from him, just to encourage fans to give a little, what you call, exposure to these upcoming wrestlers from Qatar.
Definitely.
It's a great move by him.
So that's your first sport. So this football is just getting in the way a little.
No ways, no. Nothing's getting in the way. It all goes tandem. It all goes in tandem. It's great.
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is, and it is going to these stadiums, we get to go to these stadiums, right? So we go to the stadium, Lusail. What a stadium that is.
Top class stadium.
Which is your favourite?
My favorite, to be honest, if you see interior wise, everything, I've always been a fan of the Khalifa International Stadium because that's one of the oldest stadiums over here, and that's always been something close to my heart. So
I'm
Khalifa
with you.
International Stadium
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But in terms of architecture, I like Al Bayt Stadium. Brilliant.
I just can't see any. I like Al Janoub. I've got to say, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful shape. It's a wonderful, wonderful stadium. But I still like Khalifa, and that was only because we brought all those students over from the UK, and I remember going through going in through the tunnel, and then going out into the big stadium, and we're walking around the track, and just by chance, and this was back in 2019, just by chance we had the ladies, the Lionesses.
All right, they were here that time.
Oh dear me!
I think with Phil Neville.
Yes. He came and had a picture with us.
Amazing.
It was like we couldn't have planned it any better. It was just fantastic, and to watch those ladies, and they went on to they only got beat by chance. I know it was a close game with the United States, but I remember we were so close in that too. So it was a great.
The English football has been doing great over the past few years. I've been watching.
Yeah.
And before also you had great legends of the game, like you had Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, David Beckham himself, Wayne Rooney. You would expect them to win the World Cup. Sadly, I think the max they could come to was maybe round of 16 or quarterfinals.
Yeah.
But now you see this current team, not many big superstars, but a great team.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
That really is what I'm hoping. But my eras was it was Kevin Keegan. Oh my word! Just to get the number 7 on your back, it was like 7. Kevin Keegan, he was the man. And then you had Trevor Brooking, and they were like a partnership. And Ray Clements, and oh my word, Gascoigne, Lineker. Yes. It's like just to name a few more. But you look back at those times, and whoa, Waddle. What a player he was.
Great
Yeah. And I look back to all those players in Southgate when he missed that penalty. Yeah. And then what's his name skied it as well? Waddle. I'm sure he didn't want, he done that on purpose because to not put all the emphasis on Southgate. Yeah, it was a sadness, but what joy. And now I think this is a real dream for me, and it is a dream, right? You've got a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place to be. You've lived there all your life. I've lived there for the last 13 years. Okay. It's wonderful. It's got the lowest crime rate lowest crime rate. Okay, everybody's really friendly. Everybody's kind of helping one another. There's a big community, not just expats and locals. Everybody's together. It's like when the Emir said it at the UN. He said, I want to thank, when we went through the embargo a little, and he said, I want to thank everybody for getting us through this difficult time. Oh, it was, I never forget that. And it was like, we're here for you. Let's do it. And then you see when, I remember, where were you when the envelope got pulled out?
Yes,
can you remember?
A special moment.
Oh dear.
That time, unfortunately, I was representing Qatar at a mathematics convention in India. Really? But my family were here, and we all were talking about how it was, especially at Souq Waqif. That moment, it was a great night when Qatar won the bid.
Yeah.
A special night. I've been watching videos ever since. I wish I could have been in Qatar at that time. But
it was just amazing. I'll never forget it. I was in the Ritaj Al Rayyan Hotel.
All right.
And I was just stood there thinking, let's see what this is going to be. It never for 1 second did I think it was going to be. And the 2022 Qatar. And I was like, no way. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to go crazy now. And it was crazy. The whole Corniche was gridlocked. And when people come here, it's over, how far is it? 7, 8, 9 kilometers? I don't know. But it's huge, right? And it was all gridlocked. And everybody was hanging out the sunroofs of their car. And it was like they won the World Cup. Everybody was doing it.
Absolutely, exactly well said. It felt like actually Qatar won the World Cup that time itself, And that is how special this World Cup has been because, it's about having the World Cup take place over here, the first Arab nation to host it. You won the World Cup there itself.
It's going to be. It really is going to be absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait. But it's like it's been. You've seen the progress with this. It's kind of it's been a. I won't say it's been a long time. It's gone so quickly. I remember when it came out the envelope, and now that we're in this situation, you've seen so many things happening in here, and now it gets serious.
Yes.
What have you got planned for the World Cup?
Oh, I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out of my home. I'm just going to be either at the stadium, at the FIFA Fan Festival, different fan activation. They have just announced the Arcadia Music Festival that's going to happen in the night. I'm just going to be out there everywhere. Just going to enjoy this whole journey.
It is going to be an enjoyable journey, and it's like, and we're lucky because at the moment you're the fan leader, I'm a fan leader, and it's like the press and you're going on TV and you're going on the news.
I'm doing a podcast with you.
Yeah, and we're doing the live news, and you got somebody talking into your ear, and you're kind of and oh dear me, it is very, very special, and we're very privileged, and I do thank the Supreme Committee because they've wonderful job that they're doing. And now it's coming to the end of it, and now that the people are going to start arriving. What are we going to be doing? What are you going to be doing when they come?
Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be welcoming them as well. You know, we'll be having different meetups. I know some of the fans that are coming from across, from US, from Mexico, different fan movement members, different Qatar fan leaders. So I'm just waiting for them to arrive, and then we're just going to enjoy the journey together.
And that's what's going to happen, right? Everybody's going to come together. Everybody kind of, we're all friends here, right? Everybody, all the Brazilians, the Argentinians, the Portuguese. Hello, Elizabeth. She is wonderful. She's one of my best friends. She's
Elizabeth.
Oh yeah,
she's brilliant. Really.
Oh,
and let me put it out there. Trust me, I've met many fan leaders who have been part over here, and her work with the Portuguese fan community has been tremendous.
I've got to say, I thought to myself, I'm gonna get out there, but forget it. She's doing it. She is unbelievable. To what extent she goes to is unbelievable. I really love what she does. It's kind of and Miguel, her poor husband, has to kind of. It's like, oh God.
Both of them, they're there for each other. Really.
They're driven, right? They are driven, and he's there, kind of taking some of her kind of social media stuff. She's got a hell of a following. She's
absolutely because her work has been that brilliant. So I think she deserves all that appreciation.
Yeah, but it's going to be great. Everybody's going to come together. There's loads of things that's being planned right now. You know more stuff than I do sometimes because you've been doing it longer. Yeah. What are those things that are going to? The cornice is going to be amazing, right? It's going to be non-stop. No cars. Everybody there going to different types of events and going to different things, getting involved with, and the sea there. It's going to be brilliant, and the weather. Oh.
It's perfect time. Going to be a perfect moment for everyone.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to? I want to get on because I want to put you on the spot. It's like I'm not going to let you get on the spot. I will not let you get on the spot. I'm going to put you on the spot. Right. Come on. Who is going to be in the final?
Good question. I think you put me right there on the spot here.
And don't chicken.
No.
Okay. No chicken this one.
I know. Based on form, I'll tell you. Based on form, it seems it's going to be Brazil, Argentina. Okay, based on form, but gut feeling tells me it's Brazil versus France.
Elizabeth. Okay, you heard this, right? You did hear this. He was just saying how wonderful you are. And he's not even mentioned Portugal. Come on!
I would love them to play well, really. I would love them to play well.
I just want them to fight with themselves and us to have a nice route through again. That's what I want. I want you keep fighting over there. We're just going to come through and we're going to kind of get to the final.
Yeah, but it can't be predicted. I think that's the speciality of this World Cup, right? Because who would have thought even the last World Cup you would have Croatia in the final? I wouldn't even have thought about them even in the semis, to be honest. But what a team, what a performance.
Anybody on their day can do it. I remember, I never forget it because I was in Khalifa Stadium when we had the fan zones, right? And we were absolutely dominated by not Croatian. There was a few Croatians, but everybody virtually was there cheering for Croatia, and there was only a few of the England fans that was there. But oh God, that was a terrible day for me. That was an awful day.
I think it's more to do with the fact that they usually the underdogs, right? You wouldn't expect them to be there.
Yeah,
but they're there.
Yeah,
and you want them to do better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you say Argentina and Brazil. Okay, so
based on form,
Argentina and Brazil. So who's going to be the standout people? Who's going to be? Is it going to be Messi? Is he going to kind of get more involved in this World Cup, and is he going to kind of shine, or is it going to be the Brazilian team?
Can't say, Steve. You're putting me right at the spot, but
you had a Brazilian shirt on. Come on, you model of the year. You had the Brazilian shirt on, so you must be swaying into that camp.
The Brazilian team has always been a special team at the tournament, right? You 5-time winners, and always come up with some special skill, talent during the whole tournament, performances. You expect them to do well, so you never know. But it is Messi's last chance as well.
They just have a hiccup at the last moment,
exactly.
Right? They just have a hiccup, and somebody peaks. Germany, we never even mentioned Germany. Come
Germany
on,
are a good team as well.
Germany's a good team.
Exactly. We have Germany, we have Brazil, we have Spain.
Spain and Portugal. Missed that one out, didn't you?
No, we already spoke about Portugal. We already spoke, but yeah, Portugal is a good team. I think there's a particular thing going on Twitter right now, like the team that wins the World Cup, actually the scorer in the last Euros, the leading goal scorer in the last Euros, his nation ends up winning the World Cup the next time. For instance, I think it was back in 2008, Euro 2008, Fernando Torres was the leading goal scorer. His nation, Spain, ended up winning the 2010 World Cup. Then in Euro 2012, the leading goal scorer, Mario Gomez from Germany, his nation ended up winning the World Cup in 2014.
2018, come on, tell me.
Euro 2016, leading goal scorer Antoine Griezmann. His nation, France, ended up winning the World Cup in 2018. Leading goal scorer last Euros, Cristiano Ronaldo. His nation, Portugal, could end up winning the World Cup this time. So Elizabeth, I'm with you.
Whoa. Because we're going back to the last World Cup. Who was the one that got the golden boot then? Who got the golden boot in 2018?
Good question. I'm trying to remember that.
We're gonna people are gonna say, "Oh, you're flipping. You're the leaders, and you don't know."
So, but I know who won the golden ball. It was Luka Modric. So that was important.
But that's not the golden boot. Okay, that's not the golden boot.
Do you remember who won?
I'm just hoping it's an England player, because if that's the case, then what we're going to do is we're going to win the World Cup.
No. I said who was the leading golden boot? Who was the golden boot winner in the last Euros? His nation ends up winning the World Cup.
Okay, we can still be there because we were in the finals.
Yeah, but the golden boot, the winner.
Harry Kane won it.
No, it was Cristiano.
In 2018.
No, the last Euros, which was last year. Euro 2020, which happened last year in 2021.
Really? Yeah, but we were in the finals.
Still, none of y'all had the...
It's got to be Harry Kane. Come on.
Maybe he might win the golden boot.
I got to find this out. Please shout out when you're going through this. Put us out our misery. But I hope it's Harry Kane. I hope it was England. I hope that somebody. I'm sure it was somebody in the England team that got that golden boot in the Euros.
As a football fan, this is what I like. I like to see all this excitement in fans like you.
Oh dear me! I
want
can't
to see their nation progress.
I can't wait. I just can't wait. And I think that I think Qatar is ready.
Yeah,
They've
why not
worked
mentioning
so
Qatar?
hard.
You have Akram Afif, you have Al Moyes. They are good, brilliant players as well, right?
I really hope that they can put. I won't say put football on the. This could be transforming from a kind of a football perspective. You've got the QSL, okay? They're doing well, but this could actually just kind of the next generations, the young kids can be just, when you're back in the UK and you got Wimbledon on and everybody wants to play Wimbledon that week or those couple of weeks, right? This is a World Cup. There's going to be inspirations that are going to come out of the woodwork. I so hope that there's some absolute superstars come out of that Qatari team.
Absolutely. I think the coach, Felix Sanchez, has done a brilliant job in that. Even in the last Asian Cup, the fact that they won it,
Have you been pictured with him yet?
No.
Oh, come on.
I wish though.
Listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a lot of business cards after this, okay? So that when you're with these people, okay, I want you to give them a business card and say, hey, listen, he's got a wonderful podcast. You need to go on. Yeah.
True that.
So what's your hopes for this World Cup? What's your kind of dreams and aspirations? What do you want to see from it?
I just want to see football being enjoyed by everyone. I want to see the fans come here, live the moment. Football is all about winning, losing, and that keeps happening. But it's all the special moments that count. You know, we as fans, we watch the game, we get disappointed with defeats, but that's part and parcel. And the main focus is always getting the fans involved, the players enjoying themselves. It's a journey for them. We talk about our journey, but the players' journey, they have been working hard for 4 years to get into the spot.
Yeah.
And for some of them, even just to be a part of the group stage of the World Cup means a lot for them.
Yeah.
And that's what this FIFA World Cup does. It brings out dreams of different players in different forms, and we are all here to live it.
Yeah, and the way that the fan zones are, the fans are going to have a great time too.
True.
And the weather, okay, let's not say the weather's going to be brilliant just in case it's not, but
It will.
it will.
It will.
Right? It's wonderful that time of year. For us, it's going to be a little cold. For everybody else, they're going to love it because it's going to be like their summer.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to be going around with our coats on.
I'll be freezing. I'll be shivering.
Wait till you go into those stadiums and you've got the air conditioning.
Oh yeah, that's going to be another one, right? We're going to have the air conditioning from bottom, and
Yeah.
but I think they would have it moderated, they would have it regulated, so it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. during that
Oh,
time.
wonderful! Absolutely wonderful. And those stadiums, we've been lucky enough to go round to quite a few of them. They're pieces of art. They really
Absolutely, all of them
They
have been
are.
designed with special considerations. Yeah,
But at the end of the day, it's all about the football. So that's what we've
exactly.
got to enjoy. It's on the pitch, and it's that atmosphere in the stadiums that's gonna be incredible.
Absolutely, I'm going into these matches not going to support a particular team or anything. I'm just going to enjoy each and every moment, support both teams, enjoy with them, win or lose. Just let's celebrate together.
Yeah, that's the way that I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm going to be busy in that month. That's going to be
Right.
a hectic month. I haven't told anybody yet, but I'll probably take the time off. But it's...
You'll have to be at Lucille to see England lifting the World Cup probably, right?
Yeah, they're going to be here. I got to mention, I also got to mention, because I built up a friendship with Callan. Who's Callan?
I'm trying to understand.
The Welshman.
All right.
I hope I got his name right, but he's brilliant. He is brilliant. But oh my word, I just hope that they don't knock us out the group.
Oh yeah, y'all in the same group. Right?
Oh,
Come
dear
on, y'all gotta
me.
be the favorites of the group. Come on.
Anything can happen. It's a game of
Yeah, it's a
football,
game
right?
of
It's a
football.
game of football. I don't want to be taking a lot of stick from him. That's for sure. It's like I don't know. And this, I'll put it into this video, right? Because I was doing this stream around,
All right.
and Callan. All right. Callan was behind me, and I said, "Don't worry, he's not going to be here for long." So, but then I did say that was famous last words. I hope that's not my famous last words, and I hope they both go through. I do hope they both go through.
So you don't want USA to go through?
No,
Then
no
you want
way.
England and Wales.
I don't want anybody else. I want Wales, and I want England to go through. Nobody else. No, then we've got two, and I'm kind of I'm passionate about England. Let me tell you, I'm passionate about England.
That's great.
But my grandmother was Welsh.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna pull that card.
whom are you going to support between England and Wales then?
I kind of it'll be a magical moment if Wales do really well, because all those floods and memories that come back from my grandmother, right, and her Welsh side of it, and her Welsh cakes and Aberdare, going to Aberdare on the weekends with her, and she always used to have the high teas, and we used to go and walk in the mountains, boyo, and all that type of stuff. So it'll bring back, for me, it'll bring back so many different memories for the Welsh team, and I do hope they do well because they deserve to do well as well. They've got through and they've got it to the. That wasn't an easy game against Ukraine.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that. Yes,
that wasn't
it was
easy.
a special game because there's a lot of emotions involved, especially coming with the Ukraine.
Of course,
national
it's
team.
like there was so many things it could have kind of, but luckily they luckily
pulled it off, yeah.
they pulled it off. Sorry, Ukraine, but they pulled it off. But it's going to be exciting. Is there any underdogs that you can see that's going to be coming through? Ecuador
could be. That could be a danger for Qatar, but I hope not. Because I'll be supporting Qatar from Group A, that I can confirm for sure.
We've got friends again. It's not just the teams now. The fan leaders, and it's like we don't want to let that. Oh no!
Yeah, someone's gonna get hurt.
Somebody's getting hurt. Somebody's getting hurt. But why? I'm just thinking now. Why don't we do these type of things? Do these type of things with the fans as well before the games. So
Absolutely,
shall we do that?
Absolutely.
We've got
I'm
4
all game.
microphones.
I'm all game for it.
Yeah. And we'll kind of get that passion going.
And you have a lot of passionate fans from even residing in Qatar, right?
Yeah. And you're going to become experts for that whole month about. You're going to see. You'll have your opinions on the footballers. You'll have your opinions. What team? What formation? Oh, it's going to be crazy.
True.
It's going to be crazy.
You're going to pull each other's legs as well. If one team doesn't do well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, but more importantly, we're going to enjoy it. Yeah.
100%. We're going to enjoy it. And this is going to be what's your plan? Okay, what's your plan after the World Cup? How are you going forward?
That's a good question because, even I keep thinking to myself, wow, what a journey this has been. And, you don't want this World Cup to end, but all good things come to an end. And after that, we have to look forward to what's next. And in terms of FIFA, you'll have the Women's World Cup that's happening next year as well in Australia and New Zealand. So quick mind shift to that, get involved in those activities, promote the Women's World Cup as well. You have the AFC Asian Cup that's happening in Qatar as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of events coming up, so got to shift your mind focus and carry on the momentum from this World Cup to all these other FIFA events that take place.
I think this is a really good, because I remember when we went through the pandemic and how quickly Qatar evolved from a sport, the sporting, and how they'd done those bubbles and how they carried on the sports and they kept everybody in those areas which was quite successful, and they got really good at doing it. Luckily, the pandemic is gone now, but this is something that I would say with Qatar is they're always developing,
right.
and as you've got that and you've got the facilities. Look at the Grand Prix that's going to be here next year for the next 10 years.
Yes.
Again, I took the students there. We
Last
were
year?
there. Yeah, not last year, but this year we took them. May we took them, and we just happened to go there where the Alpine team was there.
All right. Nice.
And they got to go in the garage and the roar of the engines, but there's so many different places for sports. It's going to be, and it's right in the middle, and it's a perfect place. That you're going to have the best hotels.
Yep.
You're going to have the best facilities.
Yep.
It's a perfect place to come. Education side, I think that after the World Cup, that's going to be a huge one. I think education and it's going to open the world up to say, oh, I want to go there. Let me see what I can do from an education perspective. They've got some of the best universities here. Let's see. So I think that's going to boom. There's going to be so many different sports is one, but logistics. There's so many industries that are going to come through and take over from the World Cup. It's a great feeling.
I think this whole World Cup is going to boost all the industries further. So it's a good stepping stone here.
Yeah, and it's been that's kind of really, we're coming to the end of the podcast now. But I've really enjoyed myself in the sense that I've got carried away myself.
That all happens with football.
It happens with football, right? And it happens with Qatar because we know so much, and we've got it's a special place to us,
right.
And it's a special place to everybody, and that's what I want to try and get over to people, is that it has a wonderful thing. There isn't any of these big stories that are out there that are really true. It's kind of everybody's working together, and they're working as one. So I'm really glad to have had you on the podcast. That was really good.
Thank you so much, Steve.
And well done with everything that you're doing and the work that you're putting in, the effort you're putting in. Congratulations, you deserve
so much, Steve. I think I've told told you this before as well. It's all a big shout out to my parents and my brother. They have been working hard over the years, and I'm just bearing the fruits of it. So it's a special one. Thanks to them.
But there again, let's not stop here. Let's just go on a little bit further. How proud must they be feeling right now of you? Because you're everywhere.
I'm sure they will be very proud. And it makes me proud to see them like that, because they have been working hard. They have been toiling their efforts over here. And to see them happy, to see someone from the family being successful, trying to do well, and getting out in the open, getting into such events, getting such exposure, I'm sure they must be happy, and this is the least I could do for them.
And when you catch them, they're on the phone back to India, okay? And do you ever catch your mum or your dad saying, "Yes, my son, I'm going to send you, let me send you these pictures, what's up now?"
I see them right now doing that as well.
That must be magic, huh?
It is special. It's special to see them so happy.
Yeah.
That's what makes me very happy as well. And that's what makes me continue doing what I do as well. To see them happy, to see all those who, pushed me forward, who motivated me, trying to just see them all happy. It's a special one for me.
Yeah. Be proud, Mum. Be proud, Dad. He's a great guy. He's done some amazing things, and he's worked really hard at getting to where he is. And I think it's a wonderful way of ending the podcast. Everybody, this has been a real good journey for us. We've had a journey. You've been here for 25 years. I've been here for 13. The place is wonderful. It's got so much. You're going to enjoy it so much here. It's unbelievable what you're going to see. The weather's going to be great. The atmosphere is going to be great. Let's hope your football team does great. And we look forward to seeing you. So for now, we'll see you soon. And let's have a great time, huh?